everybody's sad. We didn't get the job done. Gonna watch the film, build on it, and try to come back next year and win it.
Go ahead, right up here front.
Frank, this was such a historic season for you guys. Do you think ending it with a loss like this changes anything about how you'll look back at it, or where does this fit into the picture of this great year that you guys put together?
Like Coach Trell always says, at the end of the day, we did win a conference. We did get a ring. We didn't win today, but we are champions. And try to look at the positive and look at it like that. But it's tough for us right now, and I feel bad for the seniors.
Question for Coach Traylor. Jeff, what were the emotions coming off the field following the game?
Obviously, we're frustrated. That was a really good football team tonight, and they played really well. And we're disappointed, and frustrated and disappointed. That's the best way to describe it, and that's how we feel right now.
Jeff, you said kind of win or lose in this game, you wanted to come in and play with the culture and all the things that got you to this point. Did you feel like you guys at least brought those things to the way you wanted to?
Yeah, no doubt. Our kids competed all the way to the end. There was never any sense of that whatsoever. It was frustrating when you play really good people. They make you look bad at times. But I'm disappointed in myself. 4th down and 1 call, and 3rd down, we were not very good. That's on me. I'm the coach, and the kids do what I ask them to do, and that's on me.
Here to the left, please.
Jeff, I have a feeling I know why you did it, but the hat you wore tonight seemed to go over pretty well with a lot of your peers across the state. What kind of made you feel it was important to do that, to show that kind of support?
Well, those guys are the reason I'm in this chair, and I'm sorry we didn't play well tonight. It'd have been a lot better if we'd have put it on and played better. They might be ready to kick me out of the club right now. That's all that was. They had sent it to me. They asked me if I would do that. And I was honored. 1, they'd sent it to me. 2, they'd asked me to. And just disappointed we didn't perform better. And it was not lack of effort. Our kids are fantastic. And it's my job to coach them better. End of story.
Over here to the right. Microphone over to you.
Jeff, it looked like you were down a significant number of players in certain key positions. Can you share with us exactly how many players were out today and how that impacted the game?
We were missing, up to 25, anywhere from grades to COVID to flu to NFL to injuries. It is what it is. Our guys that were out on the field are the ones that need to be talked about. They were fantastic. They gave me everything they had. It was unfortunate, but we had enough tonight. And we just didn't get it done, and that's on me.
Right over here in the middle.
Coach, you missed last year's bowl game because of COVID. What did it mean to you to finally be able to be out there with the team for this year's bowl game?
Well, this last 2 weeks felt just like last year. I mean, every test you're nervous, and every time a kid coughs, you're worried, and every time they got a fever, you're worried. It was very much deja vu, except I was here to be with them this time. And but I was glad to get to be here with them. It was a great environment. Our fans were fantastic, and our kids competed. And I told them, I've been a head coach 17 years. Unfortunately, I've only won my last game 3 times. So I've had to give this speech quite a bit. They're probably all wondering why I'm their head coach if I hadn't won my last game but 3 times, right? These are tough speeches. But what I know about our kids, we're going to continue to play great teams last because we're a great team. And that was a really great team we played. We didn't play some slappy out there. That was a good football team. And if their team would have been in the conference championship, they kind of got hit like we got hit. And it wasn't a real reflection of how good they were the last time they played. That was a really good football team.
We're gonna go to the back down here, back here.
Jeff, I know you're disappointed, but in over 100 years of college football in the state of Texas, less than 10 teams have won 12 games in a season. How long do you think it'll be before you kind of see that perspective, get over this disappointment, and convey to your players just how special this season was?
I never will. I mean, maybe when Jordan, Jake, and JC got some kids and I'm a grandpa in a rocking chair, you know, I might look back, but I got to get Frank Harris ready to roll, right? I got a bunch of young kids out there. We got big plans. So I got to get to work. I got to be a better football coach, so I can get him ready. And I'm very grateful for guys like Chuck, man, that chose to come back, could have gone to the NFL last year, played the last game, eligible, single-digit guy, led the entire year. That's what this game's about, man. Football is the greatest example of life. Life's hard. Everybody in this room got a tough story about something. And that's what football teaches you, man. And that's why I love to shoot hoops more than anybody. But it ain't like football. Football's tough.
Coach, in the first quarter, it seemed like you guys were blazing offensively. Did you notice any defensive adjustments the Aztecs made?
You know, they loosened their coverage a little bit, but not much. No, we just couldn't get the ball back, really, honestly. And, you know, he was fixing to hit on the mesh route on third down. He lost his footing and he went down. That was probably the most surprising thing of the whole night is the footing. It was just how we slipped so much. And it was both teams. It wasn't like it was an excuse, but it was a slick surface. And no, the fourth down and one call, I wish I'd have done something different and executing on third down, but it wasn't. I wouldn't so much as say it was them. It's just us.
Jeff, the game seemed pretty chippy, and in the fourth quarter, there was a drive where you guys had multiple personal foul penalties. Just what happened there?
Oh, just what you said. It was real chippy.
We're going to go over here to the right, but Ray's going to bring the microphone over to you.
Frank, in regard to Don's question to Coach about how special this season was, I mean, you're coming back next year, and I assume you have some pretty big expectations. Kind of how do you balance the feeling of accomplishment with what you guys did this year to knowing what lies ahead of you?
I think, you know, ending the season like this, we're going to add some fuel to the fire. Everybody's going to have a chip on their shoulder. And just thank the seniors for everything that they've done for us. And I hate that we went out like this. But Coach always says, you know, they set an expectation that the younger guys got to follow. And next year I'll be in that role as an older guy and try to bring everybody along with us. So next time we come out here, we can be victorious.
Charles, what has this, being a senior, what has this final season meant to you to be able to win that first conference championship and make it to the bowl, even if it didn't end the way you'd like?
I'll forever be a part of history. You know, as short as the college football has been for this university, for us to be able to, at such a short span, be able to accomplish what we have, it's a great thing. When I'm long gone, I'll forever be able to look back and say I was part of something special. I would like to thank these coaches and also the players and the staff and organization for allowing me to be the leader that I am, as well as just allowing me to be myself. You know, it's great. I mean, it wasn't how we wanted to end it, but, you know, it makes me, you know, it's crazy because it's like two sides of the coin. It's like we didn't get it, but now I know when I'm gone, the guys that are under me gonna have something to fight for in this offseason and going into next season. So, you know, it's surreal.
We're going to head to Zoom now. We have Paul Garrison on Zoom. Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you, Coach. Paul Garrison, East Village Times in San Diego. Congratulations on a great year. The respect we have for you and everything that you guys have done. But the Aztecs didn't have that great of success passing the ball, but obviously today they did. Could you just talk maybe a little bit about the game plan and then just what you think didn't happen for you guys in that area?
I thought y'all's quarterback played really, really well. There's a lot of those passes. I don't know what we could have done about them. He was really good tonight. I think 45 is a great receiver. I think he made a bunch of good just one-on-one plays. And obviously we were very committed to trying to stop y'all's running game because your running back was so good. And your offensive line's very good as well. And y'all got a very good football coach. He's been winning football games for a long time. And he probably outcoached my butt, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
All right, if there are no, go ahead. Another one over here.
Jeff, regardless of tonight's result, this season has kind of been a turning point in the program's success. Can you just speak to where you feel like the program is headed and then the overall direction?
Yeah, there'll be a time for that. I'm just not in the mood really for that. I'm still ticked, you know. I can talk about, we don't talk about winning and losing a lot, but you know, I'm just not really in the mood to talk about the future right now. Except for I will say what these two guys are a great example, JJ, what of the bar that he set and what he knows he's got to uphold next year for those returners. That would be the most I would comment on that right now. Because you go down that road, you know, we're just going to be in the moment right now and just stay ticked off of the world for a little while longer.
Over here to the right again.
Jeff, you guys had the run game going in the first quarter and then it wasn't there as much offensively the rest of the game. Was there something that changed in that regard?
We probably weren't committed to it as much. And that's probably on me. Probably should have tried a little more, but we really felt good about our outside throwing lanes and the matchups. And, you know, then we just got out of a rhythm a little bit and probably should have tried a little bit more, but they're really good. They're the number 2 rush defense in the country. So when you go into the game, you're not just real fired up about the running game, right? And we did a great job up front and probably lost a little confidence on 4th down and 1. We called power and we got stuffed. So that's on me.
All right. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate the time tonight. Frank, Charles, Coach Traylor, thank you for your time.